Hello everybody, welcome back. This is lesson 9. Today we are going to be continuing practicing with neutralization reactions. So yesterday we talked about what neutralization reactions were and how they worked. So today we're just going to take some time to practice some region style questions. It looks like you guys have a castle learning on neutralization reactions due tonight, so just make sure that you are following the calendar because that does have the up-to-date dates. The day that I'm recording this is not the day that you are watching this, so just make sure you're keeping up to date with whatever your teacher says and the calendar on the website. So I highly suggest you work through these questions first and then come back, watch the video to check your answers and for explanations. So question 1 starts off, looks like a complicated question, but is honestly not bad at all. Asks for neutralization. So yesterday we talked about neutralization. You get an acid plus a base, and you're making salt and water. So all you have to do is look through these 4 choices. And if you're confused which is acids, which is bases, you can look at table K and L for those. But if you take a closer look, only one of these reactions has water as a product, so it has to be answer choice C. That's it. Number 2 says which type of reaction occurs when an Arrhenius acid reacts with an Arrhenius base. So remember, acids give off H+, Arrhenius bases give off OH-. But it's saying you have acid base forming salt and water. What is that? That is the definition of neutralization. We haven't really talked about combustion reactions. That's when we get to organic chem. Decomposition, well, nothing's breaking down. Neutralization reactions are a type of double replacements. And the last one, choice D, saponification. That's actually how you make soap, but that's an organic reaction, which we will get to eventually. Number 3, which acid and base react to form water and sodium sulfate. So this question does have a lot of work that needs to be put into it, and let's walk through it slowly. So, we need something plus something to make, so sodium sulfate, you have to figure out what that compound is. Sodium has a +1 charge. On table E, sulfate is SO4 with a 2- charge. So when you crisscross, you get Na2SO4. So that is that. And we're also making our water. So again, we're going to abbreviate that HOH just to make our life a little bit easier. So if we break it up, we have to, and your inside people go through inside, outside with outside. We have to make H and something with H and SO4. H is +1, SO4 is -2. So you get H2SO4 as your acid. For your base, you have to make something with Na and OH. Na is +1, OH is -1. Crisscross, you get NaOH. That is your base. Now, that still doesn't help with the names of our answers aren't with names, so formulas, we're not done yet. So you can look at tables K and L to figure out the names of the acids and bases you just made. Let's just start easy. NaOH. We know Na is sodium, so it can't be B or D. It has to be A or C. And then looking at table, I always get these mixed up, K or L, whichever one comes first. K comes first, those are your acids. H2SO4 is sulfuric acid, which is choice A. Now there is H2SO3 I believe that is a completely different acid, so make sure you're reading these very, very, very carefully. Number 4, it says, what are the products when potassium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid? So there's an easy way and the actual way about going about this. So this is your base, this is your acid. You know acid plus base gives you salt and water. So we only have 2 products, and those 2 products have to be a salt and one has to be a water. So knowing that, we can say, our answer is C, because you have 2 products, one of which is water. But if you wanted to kind of get a better understanding, KOH is potassium hydroxide, plus hydrochloric acid is HCl. When you separate these and make your compounds, you get KCl and H2O, and again, that is what choice C is. Okay. Number 5 says, which compound is produced when HCl is neutralized by CaOH2? So we know this is your acid, this is your base. So we know we're going to make salt and water. So none of these are water, so we have to figure out what salt we're going to be making. Now if you just think about it, you can kind of guess, but let's just work through this. Hydrochloric acid is HCl, and calcium hydroxide is CaOH2. When you split these 2 up, H and OH make your water, and then you have to make something with Ca and Cl. Ca is +2, Cl is -2, so here's your water. When you crisscross, you get CaCl2. That is your salt, and the only option with that is choice A. Okay. Number 6, which solution reacts with LiOH, that is lithium hydroxide, to produce salt and water? So this is asking us for a neutralization reaction. LiOH is your base, salt and water. So it's asking you essentially which one of these 4 choices is an acid. So you have to look at table K, and the only one of these 4 choices which is an acid is choice D. Okay. Moving forward, number 7, what salt is produced when sulfuric acid and calcium hydroxide react completely? So again, be very careful looking at table K and table L for your acids and bases. Sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Calcium hydroxide is CaOH with a little 2. Break these up. You get your water. And then you have to make something with Ca and SO4. Both have a 2 charge. Calcium is positive, sulfate is negative. And then it simplifies. So Ca2, SO4, 2. Simplify that to, split up there, CaSO4 as your salt. And that is choice D. Okay, number 8. I'll give you guys an easy one. It says, which word equation represents neutralization? So you know you need an acid and a base, and you know that makes salt and water. So the only answer that makes sense is A, base and acid gives you salt and water. So I know I say acid plus base gives you salt and water. Base plus acid is the same thing. It's like if I said, what's 2 plus 5? Or what's 5 plus 2? It's the same thing. So acid and base on one side gives you salt and water on the other. Number 9 says, what are the products between KOH, which is a base, HCl, which is your acid? So you know we need a salt and we need water. And the only option with water is B. But if we wanted to do this the long way, HCl plus KOH, break these up, outside with outside, inside with inside, you get your HOH as your water, K is +1, Cl is -1. Crisscross, you get KCl as your salt. And again, that is what choice B says. Moving forward, this is a, short answer question. So it gives you some information about stuff. Does not affect the question whatsoever. It wants you to figure out what your two products are. So, just like we did yesterday, and just like we've been doing before, separate your acids. H and everything else, your base is OH and everything else. Outside with outside, so you get your HOH. And then inside with inside. Na is +1, Cl is -1. Crisscross, you get NaCl. So that is it. These two are your missing products. Okay, here, again, gives you information that it doesn't matter to our question. They just want you to figure out what is this salt. So, break apart your acids and your bases. Outside with outside, inside with inside. So we've already made our water. So now we have to mix them with K and Cl. K has a +1 charge, Cl is a -1 charge. Crisscross, you get KCl, and that is your salt. That's it. So generally the part 2 questions that are neutralization reactions are very, very, very simple. And it's the same ones that you've answered a bunch of times before. Okay, last one is, yes, this is the last one. Again, gives you a whole bunch of info. Who cares? Write the chemical name of the base in the that is produced. So again, you're producing your products. This is your base. So they're asking you for not to write that. What is the name of that? So go to table L, it has all your bases. And this is calcium hydroxide. That is your answer. That is it. You are done. So hopefully this helped. Use this in yesterday's notes to help with the CASA learning that is due today. But that is it. Have a wonderful day.